On my kicker tonight, I'm just wondering, when will the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, ever settle down? Earlier today, a parliamentary committee recommended the formation of a tribunal to probe the conduct of 4 commissioners of the IEBC, a recommendation that virtually marks the beginning of the exit for the 4 commissioners that denounced the presidential election results announced on the 15th of August 2022 by IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati. It is a foregone conclusion that a tribunal will swiftly be formed by President William Ruto, and another foregone conclusion that the Cherera 4 commissioners will shortly after that be gone. For a commission that approached the last general election with clear hints of clashing political allegiances, it is victis for the Cherera 4. Victis being Latin for woe to the vanquished, calamity for the conquered. The tribunal, when formed, will deliver the signature victor's justice upon the Cherera team, which is effectively the defeated wing of the divided IEBC. And so, turbulent weeks lie ahead for the IEBC, which is also facing the impending retirement of 3 commissioners, including Chairman Chebukati, early in the new year, actually sometime next month. We may not know how it will play out going forward, but we know how it has played out for the last 5 elections. The country's election management system is a space of uncertainty and instability. In cycles of 5 years, the country has gone through these rituals of unrest in the IEBC. It is actually a fair point to state that since its formation, the IEBC has never really settled down. Yet there is no sign that things will get any better once the commission is somehow cleared of all its 7 commissioners in January next year. The next team of commissioners of the IEBC, whichever way they are appointed, will walk to an election headquarters whose atmosphere is heavy with a stench of political gunpowder from a battle that would have hardly ended. It will be a rough start for whoever replaces Wafula Chebukati, and indeed, whoever replaces the Cherera 4. Yet there are good reasons for Kenyans to feel frustrated about the apparent lack of progress in the building of a credible, mature, and reliable election management regime in the country. Tonight, it may be argued that our election management is exactly at the same place Justice Johan Kriegler found it in 2008, if not worse. In the wake of the 2007 disputed election, South African Judge Johan Kriegler came to Kenya as head of the Independent Review Commission, IREC, which, as the name suggested, reviewed the country's election management systems and specifically the Electoral Commission of Kenya, ECK. Kriegler's report concluded that the ECK was guilty of a culture of impunity, disrespect of the rule of law, and institutional incompetence. But has anything really changed since that Kriegler report? Hardly. IEBC has hopped from one election to another with mortal injuries coupled with serious internal bleeding. From one election to another, IEBC's outward imperfections have actually been concealing mortal internal defects that came to play out in the last election, stopping just short of that nasty scenario of one commission declaring 2 different presidential election results. As the next episode of the IEBC soap opera plays out, many questions abound. How and who will ever fix the internal defects of the partisan interests at the IEBC? When and how will the 5-year cycle of rituals of shedding off the skin at the IEBC be ended? And when will the IEBC ever settle down and just manage elections? I'm just wondering. That is my kicker.